Duo prelim number 2 here in the Central East Side of Portland. I don't know if it's Central East Side. It might be on the border. Thank you for coming. Is everybody excited? All right. The top 20 duos will advance to the finals tomorrow. So let's see if you can make the top 20. If you can't, that's okay too. We're here to have fun. I wanted to, I'm Lane Weatherly, by the way, Portland Puzzle Company. Andrew is over here. He's working the spreadsheet and making sure that the timing and the scoring is correct. We've got the live stream group here from Completing the Puzzle. They're doing I don't know if you guys have heard or seen or anything about the live stream that's going on. It's apparently we're getting really good reviews. So yeah, it's exciting, and to do our first event. I think I told somebody earlier, Andrew and I have never even put on a birthday party, so it's been quite a time, but we're having a good time. All right, so real briefly, I want to go through a few minor rules. What's going to happen is we're going to have a countdown. A clock up here starts at 5. We're going to count it down. Once it counts down, you can go into your bag. Please take the bag and throw it on the floor. We're going to have floor monitors that will come by. They're going to pick that up. So don't worry about it. Get it out of your way. The other thing is, if you when you open it up or at any point you drop a piece, it is your responsibility to find that piece. Nobody's going to tell you, hey, there's a piece there or that. So what sometimes will happen is you get to the end and then you realize there's a piece. Look on the floor, see if you can find it. If you can't find it, it's only a 10-second penalty. So once we know that you have all but one in there, it's only a 10-second penalty, so don't worry. If you find it, great. If you don't, it's okay. Let's see. Oh, if you have 3 or more pieces that are interlocked, that counts as put together. So as you get to the tail end, if you don't finish, make sure that try to put as many interlocking pieces, 3 or more together as you can. Because what we'll do is we'll then count the remaining pieces that you have. Today's puzzle, or this prelims puzzle, is a 500 piece from Pomegranate. So again, the sponsors that we have, Portland Puzzle, Pomegranate, we really appreciate their donating these puzzles. We have a lot of other great sponsors here: Aurora, Completing the Puzzle, the Puzzle Republic, Jigsaw puzzles. That's a really neat table over there. If you guys get a chance to go see that. Okay, everybody. Does anybody have any questions? Is everybody ready? Oh, one more thing. When you finish, let us know you have finished. Hit the table, yell, whatever it may be. We want to make sure that we get your score correct. Okay, so if we're ready, let's get the countdown. All right, we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
All right, and we are back with the second heat of the duo preliminaries here at the Portland Jigsaw Masters. And I'm Elenia Cater, and this is not Rob Shields with me. If you have been here for any of the other live streams that we have been doing from the Portland Jigsaw Masters, I am actually joined by my partner in life and in business, Brian Thomas.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're very excited he's here. He is getting up to speed on all things. He flew across the country this morning to be here with us, and he's really excited to be here. So all of the duos just opened up their puzzle, and they just got a chance to take a look at it. Brian, do you want to open up our copy so we can take a look and the viewers at home can see what the puzzle looks like?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. I love surprises.
All right, let's take a look. Okay, look at this
Oh, that's
beautiful puzzle.
Oh,
Our-
this is hard. This is so cool, though. I like down here. I do that first. Letters. If the letters are on it, I do the letters first.
So I don't think the letters are on that.
Oh.
This is the new design style from Pomegranate Puzzles of the boxes. So this is a beautiful puzzle
Oh, I
and
see.
from Pomegranate. That it's a 500-piece puzzle that they're going to be putting together today. And yeah, I think as you said, that blue sky border may be a little difficult. So we'll have to see if the duos decide to start with the border or not, and what kind of strategy they employ today with this particular puzzle. There is a lot of green, but it does look like a lot of different shades of green. So maybe those greens won't be as challenging, even though it does look like a lot of green in there. What do you think, Brian?
You can see people sorting the blues already. I do think they're going to pick out some of the colors that stick out the most. Like you can see the yellows, that this team here is pulling out the yellows and the blues. This part's really interesting. I love seeing how every team has their own different strategy, and it's harder with duos because you might have a strategy that's different from your partners, much like we have different strategies when we puzzle together.
Yeah. So,
You sort and I sit back and watch.
so speaking of that, we do have some duos to watch today, some of whom have never puzzled together and some who are longtime puzzlers together. So a couple of pairs to watch. We have the Reuter sisters. So if you are a longtime speed puzzling watcher, you probably are familiar with them. So they are puzzling together today. And so they're definitely a favorite here in Portland. But then we also have a couple of really interesting duos that will be really interesting to watch and see how well they do together. So we have Andrea Pang. She is 4th in the world, so she's super fast, and she came in first in the individual preliminaries yesterday, and she's going to be partnering with Suzanne Riemann. So we'll see. They don't usually partner together. Andrea's actually come in, I believe, second in pairs before, but with a different partner. So we'll see how they partner together today. And then we also have Sarah Schuler, who just took first in the last individual preliminaries the heat that we just had right before this, and she's going to be partnering with Becca Taylor, who they do not usually partner together either. So really going to be fun to watch how these pairs work together and partner together to complete this puzzle today.
I love the puns.
Yeah, especially because what's the name of our company?
Completing the puzzle.
It's just so easy. It's so easy. There's also some really fun Portland-based puzzle teams to watch who have been doing some Portland speed puzzling events together for a while now. So Beatrice Endler, who came in second in the last individual preliminaries heat, she's going to be partnering with Aaron Fisk, and they actually took first place in the pairs Portland Derby. So they have been puzzling together. And then the second place pairs team, it's a mother-daughter duo, Leah and Rose Robbins. And so they're going to be puzzling together today as well. So watching a lot of these pairs, it'll be really interesting to watch and see how these pairs who have maybe been partnering together and some of those who haven't but are really strong individual puzzlers, how they all work together and compete against one another. This is a really, really strong duos heat, and it should be really fun and really fast.
Yeah, I'm excited. With the point you touched on earlier, where there's Sarah Schuler and Andrea Pang partnering with new people, it'd be really interesting to see how they do, since they're so strong individually. With new partners, it will be very exciting to follow along with them and see who finishes.
Yeah, so we see these teams using some different strategies, some going with the edges. It looks like here's Sarah and Becca, who we were just talking about. Looks like Sarah's starting with the edges, and maybe Becca's putting together some chunks that she can find of those different colors. So we have some different strategies going on here. And when you're working as a pair, it is a lot harder because you want to make sure that you're not stepping over each other. And I'm not speaking as an experienced speed puzzler. If you've been following along on this live stream for a while, you may know that I'm a very casual puzzler, and my number one puzzling partner is sitting next to me right now. And so we when we puzzle together typically do take completely sections of the puzzle.
We love sorters at home, so we'll sort different colors, and I'll take. Typically, I like the blue sections, biased towards blue colors, and that's the section that I'll puzzle first. And we kind of stay separate. A lot of it's about communication. So you can see here, some of them are communicating. Others may already have a plan. I'm actually curious if the Reuter sisters communicate, or if they've just been doing it so long they just know what to do.
Oh, and here we have, one of the things we have to start talking about are the team names. So here we have the Peaceniks.
Oh, that's cute.
The puns on all the jigsaw puzzling is just so fun and so easy. Fiona and Connie Hayes here. The Peaceniks, love that name. And let's see.
And they're doing so one of them's taking the edges with the blue, and the other one's taking more of the yellow oranges here. It's really fun to watch the different strategies.
Yeah, and while we watch them, we moved on. Let's see, that is table 34, and let's see who we have at table 34. Table 34, we have, Twin Sanity. So we have
like that
twins
name.
puzzling together.
Yeah.
So, we were talking about the Reuter sisters and how when we watch them puzzle, it's just amazing because it's like they can, know where the other person is going. There's no bumping of elbows or, going for the same piece. And so it'll be interesting to watch this team and see, does that twin ESP come through and help them puzzle together? And, these twins, there's twin magic. We have some twins in our family. We have twin nieces, and it's fun watching them. It's like they can communicate without even talking sometimes.
It is, but they fight a lot, so maybe they won't be good puzzlers.
It's funny that you, when you first saw the image on the front, you specifically called out the words, because when Rob and I were speaking yesterday, I said how when we're puzzling together, you usually do go for anything with letters in it.
I
And
do.
You're like
I think
a letter
it's easier.
Specialist. Yeah, you seem to be a bit of a letter specialist. So if we were speed puzzling together, I think you would definitely go for and put together all the letters immediately.
That was Team Slay.
Team
The
Slay.
Griffiths.
Slay. So, real quick, so this puzzle is a pomegranate. The puzzle from the earlier heat was Portland Puzzles. We talked a little bit about them. So Pomegranate Puzzles is also another local Portland-based puzzle company. And a little bit more about Pomegranate. So Pomegranate has been publishing art since 1968, and they're family-owned. They're a family-owned company. Did you know that, Brian?
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah. They produce a wide range of stationery, calendars, games, and books. But their puzzle line is among their most extensive offering. And for most of you watching, it's probably the thing that you know them best for. And those puzzles can be found in gift shops and stores across the country, as well as on pomegranate.com. And just a little bit more about this particular puzzle. So it is Shura Obata, and it is a 500-piece jigsaw puzzle. And Shiro Obata is the artist. So Shiro Obata was one of the most significant Japanese-American artists working on the West Coast in the last century. They were born in Okayama, Japan, and immigrated to the United States in 1903, and then had a 7-decade career. That is so long.
That's so long. That's impressive.
70 years as an artist. Wow, that is just amazing. And that was even through the enactment of anti-immigration laws and the mass incarceration of Japanese Americans during World War II. That's incredibly impressive. And so this is by this very influential Japanese American artist. And it's just a beautiful puzzle.
Yep.
And I'll be very, I'm going to love watching this be put together. Yesterday, what do you have the times for the duos? What was the winning time for the duo yesterday?
I do have the times. Rock Solid finished the fastest in the duos yesterday. 38 minutes, 44 seconds.
Okay.
Jessa Douglas and Min.
Yeah. Okay. So I think this might take a little longer, but I don't know. We'll have to see. The I thought the puzzle yesterday was incredibly challenging, and watching Jessa and Min put that puzzle together, I mean, they were rock solid. That is no joke. They just got that puzzle together so much faster. I think how much faster than the next team? Like 14 minutes or something?
13 and change.
Yeah, I mean, that was very, very impressive watching them put that together. So, we can definitely be surprised. Just never know.
Well, that was Twin Sanity. They have the whole border done, so they're doing pretty good there.
Yeah, it looks like quite a few teams are breaking up and splitting up the work, and one is working on maybe the border while the other is sorting. Taking that approach. You see some teams where both partners sit on one side of the table on the same side, so they're facing the same way, and then others where they sit on opposite sides. What do you think about that, Brian?
Personally, I like opposite sides, but I could see how working on the same side might work, especially if you're feeding pieces to the other person. I think it's all about what style works for you, and I think that's what's fun about this sport is no one size fits all, and we'll see what strategy and who wins.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned the feeding pieces, because when we talked to Jessa and Min after their win yesterday, we were joking that it was Princess Jessa because Min was sorting and feeding her pieces to put into the puzzle. And
That's
she was
so
just,
cool.
She just kept sorting and passing the pieces over to Jessa.
At the end, I could totally see that when you're trying to do piece style sorting.
Yes.
And you're really trying to get those last few in. The communication and working together, I could definitely see that. I mean, it shows. They finished 13 minutes before the next group. So.
And you mentioned style sorting. So for any of you joining us who are not familiar with that term, so style sorting is actually when you get through most of the colors and you put together most of what is obvious, and all you have left are maybe pieces that are all of the same color, and you need to start sorting by shape. And so that way you can just, rather than trying every single piece that you have remaining, that you need a all four out shape. And so you can just try the ones that you have left that are that shape, or you need an N. And so then you'll start to see that. And I'm sure we'll actually see it with this puzzle, because there are quite a few pieces that are similar colors. As they get down to maybe the fewer pieces, we may see that. I don't know. There might be enough gradation and texture in this puzzle that they may not have to do that. But you will see a lot of times, if there's so much color similarity, that they will style sort, and you'll see where they have the 3 in and 1 out all lined up, and that is a strategy that some puzzlers employ, myself included. Even when I'm just casual puzzling, I find that it makes it much easier when you get down to fewer pieces and they're not quite so obvious. The blue sky actually would be maybe an easy one for style sorting.
That's my bet. I think everyone's going to style sort that blue section. Just makes it easy to go through and figure out which piece fits where. And the nice thing about pomegranate, they have a really nice fit, so they should be able to go through each piece and just eliminate one, see if it fits. And I love the piece shape and size and the feel of pomegranate. I think that helps make the piece sorting a little more enjoyable.
Yep. This is such a pretty puzzle. I'm looking forward. Even as it's coming together, it's just a really beautiful work of art. I think that's one of the things that I really, enjoy about puzzling is you are putting together works of art every time you're putting together a puzzle.
Definitely, especially this one. This is gorgeous.
And in case you're joining us for the first time of this event, just a little bit about Portland Jigsaw Masters, in case you're wondering what this event is. So after seeing the community of speed puzzlers in Portland continue to grow, the idea of starting the Portland Jigsaw Masters came about. And with Pomegranate and Portland Puzzle Company both being located in the city, Portland really has become a massive hub in the puzzling world and has many fast speed puzzlers. So they decided to come together and create this 3-day event. And they're really excited to bring puzzlers together from around the country to here in Portland to compete. And I think we actually have Lane, who's going to join us. Lane from...
Where would you like me to sit?
Right there's great.
Okay, good.
Lane from both Portland Puzzles, and he is one of the founders of Portland Jigsaw Masters.
With my son.
With your son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. He's been done a lot more than I probably have. But yeah, it's been great to work with him and be able to try and create something out of nothing, really.
Yeah.
And we're excited.
So when did you start working on this event? Like, when did this idea come into your head?
Well, we kind of got into the speed puzzling world kind of by accident. We're a puzzle manufacturer, and we had some extra space in our building, and we had caught wind of a little bit of speed puzzling, so we decided, hey, why don't we try some weekly events? And started out with, three tables, 2 tables, 3 tables, and then it just continued to grow and grow as more people found out about it. And so that was in the middle of last year. About December or so, we would YouTube speed puzzling, and we'd see these events, and we saw the World event, and decided, hey, maybe we could do, there are some really good events out there, but I think we could put something together here in the Pacific Northwest, and not just attract people from this area, but from all over, because I think that we have a great city. We have a lot of puzzlers here, and we have a lot of people with energy to try and put on. The volunteers here are phenomenal, and so it was probably January or so that we started deciding to do that. Now, there's also with Pomegranate. Portland Puzzle is a manufacturer of puzzles, but also Pomegranate is here in Portland. And we're great friends with them, and we went over and spoke with them about, hey, would you guys, we're going to put on a major tournament, and would you guys like to participate with us? And they jumped in and ended up once we kind of got a little bit of support like that, we were able to really try and put together something. And like I told everybody, Andrew and I have never even put on a birthday party. So, to try and then put on an event like this, we've learned a lot. But the idea was a first, we know the first one was going to be, there's a lot of checklists that we needed to create. But we've gone through that and we've done that. I think that I'm really happy with how it's turned out. And so this is, next year and the year after that and the year after that are just going to continue to grow and be, I think, better and better.
Yeah, and I think y'all have done a fantastic job. All the feedback that I have heard from all of the puzzlers and competitors here has been, the lighting is great, the spacing is great, they're really enjoying the vibe. You really can't hear it on the live stream, but there's music playing, which isn't very common at these types of events.
Well, we wanted to create we have been to some other events, and they're great. They really are great events. We want to do a couple of things a little differently and try to create a spectator-friendly event, and one that the competitors enjoy, and make it maybe a little more casual might be the best way to say that versus, but then again, the finals are coming up, so the casual might go away real quick.
Yeah, we have the team finals right after this heat.
Right, and some of the best puzzlers in the United States and North America are here.
Yep.
And that we love the fact that they decided to come to Portland and participate in our first event, because you never know with a first event how it's going to go, but they're here. I'm hearing good things, and so I'm excited. And I'm also hearing really good things about you guys on the live stream. So thank you. You're doing a phenomenal job.
And if anyone's looking and watching the live stream, seeing these beautiful puzzles being put together, right now we're doing a pomegranate, but we've done a lot of the Portland puzzles, which is your company.
Yes.
Where can they find them?
You can find now two ways. Number one, we're doing a bundle release for all of the puzzles that are in competition here. There'll be 5 of our puzzles, Portland Puzzle Company. There'll be 5 pomegranate puzzles, and we're doing a special. So if you want to go on Portland Puzzle, you can buy the puzzle bundle, every single competition puzzle, and not only that, you get the opportunity. We'll have all the posted winning times. Hey, time yourself against how the best puzzlers in North America are doing.
Yeah.
And let's see how you're doing.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So where can they get that bundle?
It's at portlandpuzzle.com.
Perfect.
Somewhere on that site.
So go to portlandpuzzle.com to find that bundle, and then you can go to Portland Jigsaw Masters to find the results if you want to time yourself at home and
Correct.
see if maybe coming to one of these events in the future is in your future.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, thanks for joining us,
Well,
Lane.
thank you.
I know you're busy.
I am, but I tell you what, I think we've got a couple people that behind me. So
Cool. Great.
thank you everybody for watching. We really appreciate it. And
Thank you.
both
Thank you,
of
Lane.
guys too.
Thanks for
Thank
including
you.
us. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
All right, we have a lot of these duos making pretty good progress now. There's Beatrice and Aaron.
B&E.
B&E, they're making good time. That's Beatrice, who finished second in the individuals preliminary heat 3. She's a local Portland puzzler, and we're gonna see her in the finals tomorrow. She'll be one to watch for sure. And I think we're gonna talk to one of our winners from yesterday's
Yeah.
duo.
Hello. Ooh.
Rock Solid.
Yes.
Welcome,
we have
Jessa.
Jessa Douglas here. So, Jessa,
Yes.
want to hear from you.
Oh, dun dun dun.
What do you think of this puzzle compared to the one that you had to puzzle yesterday?
I'm so glad I was yesterday. I actually have this puzzle.
Okay.
Pomegranate sent it to a few Instagrammers
Oh,
to do a
nice.
video. I didn't do it yet. I did bring it with me, so it's in the hotel room.
Oh,
And
nice.
some of these people could have done it. No, it's.
Walk us through your strategy. What would you do?
I
as
would
soon as you
do the
open it?
border. I think the border would be all right because it has the orange and the blue sky. I would actually do like the mountains and the orange down there and this tree. And the sky I would do fairly early on because there's green hues in it that you can pick out.
Okay.
And then I would save all this green for last. Yeah, and I don't know if you need a shape sort or what you would need to do with that bad boy.
So with you and your partner, which part would you pick out first for yourself?
I would ask. Well, I would do the border and I would do the sky.
You would do the sky.
Jessa would actually do all of it because she gets passed and sorted the pieces.
What was I yesterday? The
Princess
Puzzle
Jessa.
princess. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I told my kids about that. Shout out to my wonderful kids. They are like, "You're not a princess. You're the puzzle queen."
Oh, I love that.
I'll take that.
Not the princess, you're the queen. Yeah, I love
Yes.
that.
That's cute.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we see a lot of the teams did start with the border. So,
Yes.
the duos started with the border. So we are seeing them use that same strategy that
Yeah.
you kind of called out. But then looks like a lot are saving the blue. So
I
maybe they're a little scared of
know.
that blue.
Maybe they are. Maybe there's not as many. Maybe there's not as much green on it as it looks like from the box.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell from the pieces. Are you going to, when you get back to the hotel, time yourself against? No.
Yeah, I've puzzled so much already.
Yeah.
We woke up this morning. I am staying with Andrea, and we woke up and we each did our own 500-piece puzzle while watching
Who
the
won?
live stream.
Who won? I want to know.
No, we didn't time. We were casually puzzling and talking.
Your casual puzzling is still probably my speed puzzling.
Could be.
Easily.
Hilarious. Oh man.
My speed puzzling is not very good, but yeah.
As long as you just like puzzling, that's all that matters. Yeah.
But when you and I compete, you blow me out of the water.
There you
so
go.
at least
See?
you're a winner in our book.
Yeah. Thanks,
I love
honey.
it.
Oh,
too
here's
good.
Oh yeah, they're
Sarah and
making
Becca.
great progress.
That's
Look
crazy.
at that. Yeah, really good progress there.
So they're 25 minutes in, and yesterday you got 38 minutes. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Way to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're probably about 60% complete, maybe. It's like.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're going to beat your time. I don't know. It
don't
does always
know.
start going faster to the end, towards
But then
the
they
end.
just have the tree.
But then they have those trees.
Branches and- yeah.
Those
And
could
they
be
did
really
what you
tough.
said. They finished the sky first.
Yes. Yeah. I think it might be Becca that was doing the sky. They might have switched spots. That might be Becca's thing as well as Sky. Becca's good at everything though. Let's keep it real.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a strong team. And
Yes.
if I remember correctly from talking to Sarah, I don't think that they've ever even puzzled together before.
No, I don't think not in a competition. I
Yeah.
think they might have practiced a little bit here, but
Oh, and
yeah.
that's so satisfying when you put together a whole chunk like that. You
It feels
can
so good.
Connect
Yes.
it all together. It's so
yeah,
great.
all those the green patches. I forget. That green. I would do that before the trees for sure.
Yeah, those trees do not look fun. It's a really beautiful puzzle, though.
I wonder if they will need to shape sort once they get to the trees, or if there will be enough to work on if they fill in the gaps everywhere else.
Yeah,
I guess
don't
we'll
know.
see.
I don't
Looks like
know.
they're slowing down a little bit.
'Kay.
They maybe need to rethink their strategy.
Yeah.
I was pulling up a little bio about Becca. She's been
yeah.
puzzling since she was 5.
Aw.
It's cute,
See-
and she's from the Bay Area.
You mentioned your kids. Do your kids puzzle with you?
Yes, yeah. Particularly my middle daughter, Juby. She's 9. She always wants to puzzle with me,
Yeah.
and she'll do her own puzzles, but she wants to do them with me, and she wants to do speed puzzling.
That was
Oh,
gonna be my
really?
next
That's
question.
awesome.
So she's gonna follow in Queen Jessa's
Yes,
footsteps?
yeah.
She'll be
I would
princess.
love to have her as my Paris partner.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Oh,
so
that'd
great.
be so cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. My son, he's 11. He is one of those kids where it's like, I don't like puzzles, and then he sneaks over and like puts a piece in from out of the blue, and you're like, dude,
You
like
describe me.
puzzles. He's more into Rubik's cubes, you know. That's
very nice.
cooler.
Yeah.
There are actually quite a few mother-daughter pairs here,
Yeah.
so I think that would be
Yeah.
so fun to see all here
I can
in the
see it in your
future.
future.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool.
I can too. Yeah, she's so sweet.
That'd
She
be-
did a 100-piece puzzle the other day, and it was under 9 minutes. And I was like,
Oh,
"You've
that's
got
fast.
this. You've
That's
got this."
really fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got it.
Now we're looking at Andrea and Suzanne again. They're
Oh,
making
yeah.
really good progress as well. Look at that. Also saving those trees for last. And look at how they've oriented their box top.
The same way as the puzzle is facing.
Interesting.
So the bottom.
Correct.
Yeah, we do that too. It just
Yeah.
one less thing for your brain to fix in it inside. It's like
Oh,
just line
interesting.
it up the way that it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even though the image is kind of
Yeah, they did it.
Oh, the
Reuters
Reuters are doing it too.
And they just switched. They're switching
Yeah.
sides.
Oh, they did switch. Yeah.
So like in your brain, you don't really care about the image itself so much. It's just where the pieces are going.
Yes.
Color and
Yep.
pattern matching.
Yep.
That's very interesting.
That's exactly it.
Pro tip.
With a
pro tip.
puzzle like this, are you looking at the image very often, or are you mainly just looking at the pieces, do you think, and where the pieces
I'm
go?
not the best to ask because I grew up puzzling, and my thing was if you look at the box, it's cheating.
Me too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can ask him. I've
No,
never
no way.
ever used
I
a legend
never,
puzzle.
never.
Yeah.
I would like open the box and check it, and
Really?
you just puzzle off of what I was seeing on the pieces. And so with speed puzzling, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to study the image, and Andrea is so good at that. That's why she excels, because she takes the time at the beginning to study the image, and then by the end, she has it in her head and can just fling pieces in. And so that's something I'm working on, is taking the time, even if a few seconds, to look at the box. So I think with this one, I mean, yes, you need to look at the image, but at some point, you know that there's just a bunch of trees left. And so that looking at the image is not going to help you find a particular leaf, or line. So that's more, you're going to kind of leave the box to the side and do it by shape, probably.
It sounds like you puzzle in stages mentally almost, where like
Yeah.
you try to look at the image, you do the border,
Yep.
and then once you're out of like noticeable spots.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you
Interesting.
just go off of what you see on the pieces. Mhm.
And here we're looking at another pair of twins again from Twin Sanity.
Oh, there's
Ma-
twins.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're even dressed
So many
alike.
families. I do see your daughter puzzling with you.
I know we
in
need
this.
more kid events too,
Yeah.
because she could enter into the youth
And
speed puzzling.
as a reminder, the top 20 duos from today we'll see tomorrow competing against you and Min in the duo finals. Yeah, tomorrow morning. So that'll
Yeah.
be some exciting times. So this is your competition.
This is it.
This
This
is
is
your-
going to be good competition
yeah,
here.
This is your competition right now. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. see. Yeah, I mean, almost everyone is saving those trees for last.
Yep.
Seems like, let's see, what is their guest squad? The name of this team?
Oh, that's
So I
cute.
can just take a guess where this piece goes. I think it goes here. We'll
Do you
see.
puzzle a lot on the sides? So they're putting different pieces together outside of the puzzle, and then they have to move it in. Do
Yeah.
you do that a lot?
Like it's a rule of thumb we talk about often is trying not to put pieces inside of the frame unless you know exactly where it goes. So
Gotcha.
all the scattered pieces stay out. Sometimes people will place like a pile of something in the frame, like exactly where it goes, so someone can work on that and just leave it.
Gotcha.
But you don't want to do that with the whole thing, obviously. But yeah, there have been times where I'm in such a rush that I forget that, and then I just have a ton of pieces in the frame, and I don't have room to put my
Yes.
actual pieces in, and then you have to take the time to move them out, so it wastes a lot of
Gotcha.
time.
Is that an unwritten rule, or do you discuss that with your partner?
We talk. Oh, I think we share that with each other. I
do?
feel like
Oh.
I've learned that from other speed puzzlers and learned it by trial and error. It's like, well, that
Gotcha.
didn't work for me.
Another
Yeah.
thing that we've seen some people doing as they're puzzling. Oh, this is a mother-daughter duo, actually.
yeah.
One of the ones that we've talked about. Yeah, they're local mother-daughter duo from here.
She's got a
in
very cool
Portland.
shirt too.
I think
I like that shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, great shirt.
Yeah.
So when you're puzzling with a partner, are you talking the whole time? You are. Okay.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the partner. But yesterday with Min, it was the first time we puzzled together. We had a mini practice beforehand, but we talked almost the whole time. There were times where we were both silent, focused on our stuff, but I would also, like, I was so frustrated with that edge, and I would voice it out loud, and she'd be like, it's fine, just, she was very encouraging. And then we're just calling out what we see. There's yellow up here in this top right corner, and you just, because especially if you don't look at the box, having a partner that's going to look and tell you what they see makes it one less thing for me to have to go find. Yeah, so I feel like good communication is important, and some people don't need to as much. Like, I'm guessing the writers don't need to as much because they're so in sync.
Yes.
Yeah.
Watching them puzzle is super amazing. Oh, and there's
Ooh,
Andrea
look at
and Suzanne
Andrea.
again.
Wow.
They're rocking.
They're doing great.
Yeah.
So walk me through some of that communication. So you're saying I'm working on yellow, and Min will know that, and she'll pass you a yellow piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of it you do plan ahead. So we say, like, I'm opening the box, I'm opening the bag, you're doing this. And then, like, we decided who was doing the edge beforehand. And so a lot of it you plan ahead, but then some of it is, like, go with the flow. And then where you're positioned on the puzzle also can make a difference. So if you have something closer to you, they'll hand you the pieces to do that. Because it's closer to you, you can work on the edge and build it. So it just depends on the layout. But yeah, you're communicating what you're working on and then feeding each other pieces if you find them. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing the tips.
Yeah. Oh, happy to.
So one of the things that we've seen quite a few puzzlers do is place pieces on top of the puzzle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm guilty of that sometimes. It's not good though. Don't do it.
It scares me every time. I'm like, oh, they're going to lose that piece. They're going to
Yes.
swipe it off the table.
It's just going to blend in.
Yes.
And you don't see it as well. You don't see the colors and patterns because it blends in. So I do it though. I don't know why. I think it's probably because it's closer to where I'm working and I feel like it will help me. I like to have my palm open if I remember, like, putting pieces on my hand. And, like, laying my palm open is better than putting it on the
I like
puzzle.
that.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah.
like a little tray, hand tray.
So we're looking at Twin Sanity
Ooh.
again. By the way, the mother-daughter duo of Leah and Rose Robbins, their team name is Queen of Pieces. Excuse me. So
I like it.
Yeah.
There's lots of puzzle queens. I can't take the title.
Yeah, I was
like, I
gonna say,
understand. We can share it.
watch
We're
out.
many
Competition.
crowns. Watch out.
Many kingdoms in
Many
the puzzling
kingdoms.
community.
Yes.
oh, and here we have Tickles.
Tickles? Oh, that's cute. Oh.
Tickles. Cute little name. I think I'd
adorable.
like to hear the backstory behind this name.
I agree.
It's Caroline Orsi and Ieva Vea, and I apologize for my butchering of people's names as someone who has a name that always gets butchered. I am so sorry for doing that to people, but it happens all the time, and I'm very sorry. Yeah, you can see Oh, they have their puzzle
I know the
oriented
Raiders.
differently.
The
Look
Raiders
at
are
that.
coming up close.
Oh, yeah,
I
they
wonder
are.
if we're going to see them here soon.
Yeah, so sorry to those of you at home, you can't see the view that we have.
Oh,
We
there
have
they
an
are. Oh,
amazing,
no, they've got
we have
a
an
good ways to
amazing
go
AV
still.
team here, so we get to see a bunch of different tables at once.
The Raiders are over here, so
but
they've
yeah.
still got quite a bit with the trees. I wonder. Oh, there they are.
Here we go. Now we're showing you what we were looking at. Here's the Reuter sisters.
Yeah, and watching them puzzle together is just so much fun to watch.
They're amazing.
Yeah, they just like they can find different pieces. They can cross their arms over each other without hitting. It's so fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Watching
Yeah.
them at nationals was just amazing.
Yeah. I remember watching them the first year, not this last one, but the one
Yes.
before, and
Yes.
just loving them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that 2022, man, that was
Yes.
quite impressive.
Yes.
Quite impressive.
Go, 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 go.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at all that. It just looks so messy, those leftover pieces.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
It's like a jumble of bleh.
Yeah. bleh.
So when do you start shape sorting?
Like
or
right
do
now.
you?
This
you
is
do?
when I would start for them.
Okay.
Yeah, and it looks like they might. But there's
Oh.
still some
Oh, yeah,
orange
she is
though.
right
You're right. You
there.
called it. That's so good. There they go.
She's a pro.
I think am I an honorary Reuter sister? I feel like I am because
I
we're
think
from
you are.
Washington. And
All
yeah.
queens.
She so Rob yesterday actually said if by the time you start sorting, it's probably too late. You probably should have already been shape sorting.
Well, Andrea, it's gone around now. Andrea's tip is if you are thinking you should shape sort,
should do it.
Like
Yes.
do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Because at that point, it's too crazy.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
here's B&E again.
B&E again,
Yeah,
yeah.
Beatrice and Aaron.
Oh, okay.
They're making some really nice progress too, and Beatrice did great in that last.
Yeah.
So
She
I
got
think
second, right?
Yeah, she's going to be, I think, really great to watch in the individual finals.
Yeah.
And really came out of nowhere.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's been just puzzling in the Portland community and winning a lot.
Woohoo.
And so I think,
Yeah.
just really kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
super
that's
fun.
so fun.
So we just, I think, passed y'all's time from yesterday, or we're coming up on it.
Oh, yep.
So 38,
oh,
we're
no.
at just over 38 minutes, and I think yesterday y'all finished around 38:30 or something.
Something like that.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
even remember. Yeah.
So it doesn't look like anyone in today's heat is going to beat your
it's a
time.
lot tougher of a puzzle.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had yesterday's.
So it really is apples to oranges in these different heats. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. But the top 20 will be making it into tomorrow's finals from today, regardless of the puzzle.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter so much.
Yep, true.
Yep. You finished at 38:44.
Okay.
Not that it's comparable, but
Yeah.
so y'all are officially the fastest
Whoa.
for now.
It was really fun. I actually enjoyed it yesterday. Well, at first, when I opened the box, I was like, oh. But once you had the pieces out in front of you, it was like, oh, okay, I see what's happening here.
So this is Sarah and Becca, and they
Yes.
flipped the box over. It's the back.
Oh, is there more to see?
It doesn't have the letters on it. I don't think, because I think the front is covering a little
And
bit
this
with.
isn't as, is it?
Oh.
It's not as wide.
Oh, maybe.
There's more to the
That's
story.
so interesting.
That is interesting. That was very smart of them. Yeah, it goes on. You can see, well, yeah,
little
no,
bit.
there's a tree here on the left
yeah,
side.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
we're
no,
not showing.
Yep.
Is-
It's
I
okay.
think-
We're not on the camera.
Oh, we're not on the
anyways.
camera.
Mhm.
Okay. But yeah, there's more on the back that is
Yeah.
not on the front. So
And I think also having the letters, maybe they just wanted to see all the detail that you can't necessarily see with the letters over it. I don't
yeah,
know.
wow.
That's interesting that they're literally the only team that did that I've seen. Maybe
Yeah.
there's others.
Yeah.
No, it looks like they're the only ones.
I do see a couple of teams though. It looks like there was an insert that also came with it, and so I do see a couple
Yeah,
teams
you
looking
can see
out
it
that
laying
have
out.
it
Okay.
have it on top of the puzzle box and things like that too.
Oh, good job, Andrea and Susanna.
Is this team called TBD or is it?
Yes, that is their team
That
name.
is their
was
team name?
TBD.
I
well, they
love
just
it. That's
resigned
so awesome.
themselves to it because they're like, oh, too late. We're TBD.
Yes, TBD was the name that they submitted.
It's a subtle flex if they win.
To be determined.
TBD. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Oh my goodness,
And
it's
here we
getting
go. Oh, it's
close.
really close. Oh, we have those. I mean, what do you think?
Oh,
They're-
I can't
think it's-
choose. I love them all. No, I'm just kidding. The Reuters are. I mean, they
I think they're
shape
going-
sorted.
yeah.
Look at them go.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're closing in.
Yeah.
They don't have much left.
No.
No.
And they have it all sorted already.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
You know, Rob and I were being armchair quarterbacks earlier, watching people, and we're like, "Oh, there's that piece. There's that piece." It's so much easier with the
So
the
easy when you're
viewpoint
not
that we-
stressed.
and the viewpoint that we have from up here.
Exactly.
Although I will say, like watching as it gets down to the final up here, if I had a heart rate monitor on, I think the heart rate gets up pretty high.
I feel it too. Yes.
They were doing
Yeah.
that at the Olympics,
I
where they
know,
were
yeah.
seeing the heart rates.
Yeah, they were showing the heart rate of, I don't know if you saw this, but the heart rate of like one of the swimmers' moms in the stands.
Oh, she's
And-
feeling it all.
Oh my gosh, it got up in the 160s, and when the swimmer got done, they asked him, "What do you think your mom's heart rate was?" And he said, "I'm pretty sure it was higher than
Whoa.
mine," and I don't think he's wrong.
That's wow. Oh, I
Did you
feel
all see that?
It's
They
so
just
true.
rotated the puzzle. And half of it
Yes.
was over the
Oh,
edge.
they're missing a corner
And it
they
stuck
are missing
together.
a corner piece.
Yeah.
Oh no, that
I
hopefully
hope-
doesn't affect them.
I know. I hope it doesn't come down. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to make it to the finals
Oh
regardless.
my goodness,
but-
Andrea and Susanna are really close. Oh, where? Oh my, it is close,
Oh,
y'all.
this is coming
is
down.
Close.
Very close.
Oh, this is so fun.
Oh wow.
So what we're looking at is Team TBD.
Oh, right there. There's Team TBD. You can
There they
see
are.
they have almost the same number of pieces left. And
And
they
then on
don't
the
have a
other
missing
screen.
piece, so they're not going to have the 10-second
Yeah.
penalty. So just so
That
everyone
might come down to that missing piece.
Yes, so just so everyone is aware, in this competition, if you have a missing piece at the end, you get 10 seconds to either find the piece or the timer is then cut off at the end. So essentially you have a 10-second penalty if there's a missing piece. So we'll see if that
Oh
10
my
seconds makes a difference or
goodness.
not. This is so close.
It
Oh my
is-
gosh, it's almost the exact same number. I think Andrea and Suzanne are going to take it. I think they have slightly less pieces and they don't
I
have
do
the missing
too.
piece. Wow.
Oh.
Oh, and there's
Look
Sarah
at
and Becca too.
Sarah.
Oh, they're so close too.
They have a little. It looks like maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, I think they have
a little bit more. They have that
yeah.
section there that
Yeah.
Becca's working on.
Yeah.
But you never know.
So
you
close.
Never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Ooh. Oh my
very close, though,
goodness,
yeah.
this is thrilling.
Yes. Oh, this is. I had a feeling this heat was going to be super fun, and
Yes.
it is not disappointing
Yes.
at all.
Oh,
Yeah, this is. I mean, I think the finals tomorrow is going to be
oh, it's-
amazing too.
I know it's gonna be a whirlwind for sure.
So, are you participating in the team finals today?
Yes. Yeah.
And your team
yes.
is?
I'm with Andrea and Susanna.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So y'all have a
Yeah.
powerhouse team.
Yeah, that will be good. And Min, sorry, I thought that's a given because
Yes.
she's my Paris. Okay,
Yes.
good. Okay.
Well, maybe
Love
not
you,
to
Min.
everyone watching. So thank
True,
you.
yes.
Don't leave men out.
I was just like, that's a given.
Yes.
But yes.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So that should be super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna. I'm so excited. I've never puzzled with Andrea before, and so, and yeah, Susanna, I haven't either. So we did one practice yesterday. We felt good about it. So, oh my goodness.
Oh wow, they're so close.
They've got, like-
yeah, I think they're gonna take it.
They have like 12 pieces left,
So-
and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, the Raiders have a little bit more.
It looks like
So
we
it could
have
be
some
Andrea.
good competition tomorrow.
Oh, this
I
is.
know.
I'm getting excited.
Really
I'm getting
good
goosebumps.
competi- I
This
know,
is coming
right?
down.
Me too. This is Andrea and Susanna.
Oh,
They've got it.
Like 8 pieces left. It looks like. Oh, y'all got it, ladies.
Wow.
Team TBD. I guess
am,
it will be the
I
flex.
am
So y'all
covered
can
in
see the people
goosebumps.
standing around in the background. There's another 15 people watching them coming down to the wire.
Yeah,
it's
you
so
can-
fun to
there's
see.
A ton watching the
They have a
Reuters
crowd.
on the other side
Yep.
too. A lot
Oh.
of spectators today. And they did it.
Andrea and
They
Susanna.
did it.
That's awesome.
TBD. Oh, they're missing a piece.
44 minutes.
They're missing a piece.
They're missing a piece too, but it looks like that 10 seconds isn't going to hurt them.
Wow.
So they're going to
I
get
am
the 10
Congrats,
seconds.
that's so cool.
happy.
They're going to get the 10-second penalty, and then it looks like the Reuters sisters are going to finish maybe about 30, not even, 20 seconds behind.
And they have that
maybe.
missing piece. So there's Kathy looking for it.
Oh, she's reaching maybe.
Oh, come on.
Nope.
Nope.
And then they finished 2.
Puzzle left. Love it.
Oh,
so
no.
pro.
So they're going to get a 10-second penalty as well, but it looks like it's going to be about 40 seconds dividing 1 and 2 today.
Oh,
Oh.
Sarah and Becca
Wow,
too, right
let's-
behind.
Oh, right behind. That
Right
10-second
behind.
penalty. Oh, my
yeah.
gosh.
Oh,
Good job.
Great job. So
You
we
did
had
so good.
1, 2, 3 all within a minute of each other.
Oh,
What
my
an exciting
goodness.
duo.
That was thrilling.
Preliminaries Heat 2. Y'all, it's going to be so exciting tomorrow to watch the finals.
Wow, that was close. That was pumped
That was
for everyone.
amazing.
This is really cool.
All right, so I know we keep
yeah.
talking about the finals tomorrow. So if you're on the live stream and you want to tune in for the finals tomorrow, it's going to be going live at 9:15 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow morning. I mean, this is so exciting. Thank you so much for joining us,
Yes, I had
Jessa.
fun. Thank you.
Thank you,
We
Jessa.
can't wait. Good luck in
you.
the team today. You're going to be a team to watch. And
Watch us.
yes,
Yes.
and good luck
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Thank you. Good
You
job
have-
commentating.
You have the duo finals tomorrow, rock solid,
Yes, yes.
and also the individuals.
And
so
the
you have a
individuals.
lot more puzzling to do.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you.
Good luck. See you on the podium.
Oh my gosh, Brian.
crazy.
Oh, that was so fun. 1, 2, and 3, just like that, all within a minute of each other. Oh, that was just so exciting. I don't think we could have gotten a better preliminary heat,
That
y'all.
was fast.
Oh, that was so fast. And those were the teams to watch. I mean, the duos to watch. I keep saying teams. But those were definitely those duos to watch and really exciting. And y'all stick around too because a lot of these duos are going to be coming up in the teams event. So you just heard Jessa. I mean, that's going to be a powerhouse team. Jessa, Min, Suzanne, and Andrea.
Oh, it's crazy.
I mean, y'all, we've got the top 2 duos pairing up for a team.
I'm glad I'm not competing.
Hey, but you never know what can happen when you get 8 arms all in
Yeah,
there.
you never
and they're
know.
going to have to do a 1,000-piece puzzle and then a 300-piece puzzle. 8 arms on a 300-piece puzzle?
That's kind of crazy.
That's kind of crazy. That's
It'll
a
be
lot
fun
of
to watch.
pieces. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. So that'll be coming up, let's see, that'll be coming up today at 2:55 p.m. Pacific time. So make sure you stick around for that. And then we have, let's see, I mean, we're going to have some other really fun teams too. The third place duo, Sarah and Becca, they'll be competing in the teams too. So yeah, we have,
Oh, the times are in.
there we have, oh my gosh, look at those times. They're so close.
5
So
seconds.
close. 5 seconds behind. Sarah and Becca finished 5 seconds
Oh,
behind the
wow.
Reuter sisters. Well, and look at that. That is only 40 seconds
Off.
between first and third.
Yeah.
So those top 3 teams all finished within 40 seconds of each other.
You did good.
All finished within 40 seconds. That is just incredible. What a fun, exciting duo heat 2.
That's so crazy.
And you can catch all of those duos plus the ones from yesterday's Heat 1 in the finals tomorrow. Reminder, the top 20 teams are going to move on to tomorrow's morning's final. So we have a lot more puzzling. We are about almost 50 minutes in. We have over an hour left of puzzling and a lot of teams to go. So we only have 3 completed so far. So still 17 spots up for grabs for that duo finals.
And this is Twin Sanity. They're making pretty good progress.
Yeah, they're doing great here. So these are I'm going to butcher the names, Rebecca and Jessica Straits. Did I? Streets?
I'm
How
just
do
glad I can pronounce your name.
Good thing, good thing.
Yes.
I don't know how long it took you to learn it, but I'm glad
A
you
few
got it
days.
now.
I think they're at the point where they need to start piece sorting because they're kind of looking around. Oh, there you go. They're picking and plopping them in.
So they're from, let's see, Jessica lives in California. Says they've been puzzling since they were little bitty, 2 or 3 years old. So probably
Aw.
doing those, those giant like floor puzzles.
The big wooden ones with the little knobs where you
Yeah.
can pick them up and piece them
And
together.
I just love it. I think puzzling is like such a nostalgic thing for so many people. I know it is for me. I mean, I know you see me and my mom and my sister doing puzzles together all the time, and that's how I grew up puzzling. And that's how so many of our competitors here say that they started puzzling with their mom or their grandma. It's just such a great thing to do. I know your dad loves to puzzle.
My dad does love to puzzle.
Yeah. Not your mom. It's not really your mom's thing so much, but your dad's, which
Yeah.
I think is super cool.
Yep. Yeah. No, he always has a puzzle out. He actually has a separate table just for puzzling, whereas we have lost our dining room table and now it's the puzzle table. So
Guilty.
Yeah, maybe we need to work on that.
Maybe we need to go talk to Jigsaw, who is one of the sponsors of this event, and check out their ultimate jigsaw puzzle table.
I saw
and
those. That's
you
cool.
can get the dining table back, and I can have my own puzzle table.
Sounds great. Oh,
By the way,
speaking of commentators and helping
yeah.
us out,
There's Rob. There's Rob. Not that I don't love commentating with you, Brian, but Rob is a really, really great partner. So there's, if you've been watching the other live streams, there is Rob Shields, and he has been doing an amazing job commentating, and he's also the host of Peace Talks, which, if you're enjoying this live stream, you'll probably love Peace Talks, his podcast that talks all about speed puzzling. So check it out. You can find it on any of the major streaming platforms. So definitely take a look at that. He does talk quite a bit, so I don't think he'll be offended by me saying this, that he is the world's okayest puzzler. So he just likes to puzzle, and he really loves watching and learning from really, really good speed puzzlers, but he's not a great speed puzzler himself. So,
He's so great for the sport. I mean, all he's doing with the podcast and helping us out here, we really appreciate him and all he does. And he's very sweet. And just so happy to have him. And we have
the Reuter sisters joining us. Yay! Hi! Oh my gosh! Have
Congratulations!
Y'all had a chance to, take a breath.
Yeah, we were over there gabbing already. So.
Okay, so you'll just have to talk really close into the mic.
Talking close to the mic.
Yeah. So for everyone joining us, do you mind? I feel like most people here probably know who you are, and we've been talking about you. But would you mind introducing yourselves?
Of course, I'm Kathy Reuter. I'm Jean Reuter.
And we really enjoyed watching y'all puzzle. What did you think of this particular puzzle when you opened it up?
We were instantly going, oh, this is going to take a while. Yeah.
That's a tough puzzle.
Yeah. What did you find most challenging about the puzzle?
Finding where things were in the picture. It's such a hodgepodge of busy lines that when you broke them out into the individual pieces, it was really difficult to figure out where they were within the puzzle itself.
Yeah. Yeah, and it looked like those trees in particular looked incredibly challenging. Y'all were, I think, the first of the duos to start shape sorting, which, tell me about that process and when you start moving to shape sorting.
Yeah, we actually thought we started too late because we had thought about it much earlier than that. And it was, I don't know if these, like all the dark and the black, brown, we just couldn't see anything. And shape was the only way to go. So that's where we started that. But I wish we'd done it maybe a little earlier.
Yeah, it seems like it worked out pretty well for y'all, though. I don't know if you're even aware, but maybe y'all looked at the scoreboard, and there's only 40 seconds, I believe, separating the top 3 teams. So really, really pretty amazing finishes. I mean, we were all sitting up here like with goosebumps and just going crazy.
It was so fun watching y'all come down to the wire. That was cool.
That's the best way to have the finishes, right? So it's just fun because it's like boom, boom, boom. You aren't sure who's going to make it. Anybody could come out from behind. And
Now you have competition.
Oh, yeah. Serious competition with these guys.
So going into tomorrow's finals, is there anything that you're specifically looking for in a puzzle that you'd be excited to get?
We're always big fans of birds and like graphic birds, but it's fine. We know it probably won't be there. So mostly we just love like the really nice bright colors and maybe a little sharper delineated line.
So maybe not something that's like an abstract art or something like that would not be your favorite?
Yeah, the brushstroke style of the illustration is a little probably not one of our strongest points.
Sure.
We're trying to work on that.
Yeah. I mean, it's challenging for sure. It makes a beautiful work of art and puzzle once you put it together, but I think it definitely takes a little more time.
Yeah, and also rookie mistake, people. I was using the box and didn't realize it was missing 2 inches off the side of it.
So that was actually something we commented on, and they were the only duo we saw do this, is Sarah and Becca turned around and used the back.
Poster. It's the poster.
And the poster, yeah. So
That's
that's
very
actually an
interesting.
interesting thing with like the new design of the box for pomegranate puzzles, yeah. But yeah, great point. So I guess if you get a pomegranate tomorrow, you'll know that.
Remember, we'll pull
Yes.
the puzzle. The box poster right away, and I'll make sure not to be looking where to place things
Yeah.
off the front.
So how long have y'all been puzzling together?
Well, that's a lifelong question. Literally, lifelong. Yeah.
So we have 9-year-old twin nieces, and we watch them do everything together. And I'm trying to get them to start puzzling with us, and it's
Start 'em young.
Yeah.
Keep it in the family.
Keep
It's
it in the
always
family.
fun.
Yeah, it's fun. And do you have anything that you really love to do outside of puzzling? Or is it mainly just puzzle? Every day you're puzzling?
No, actually,
Yes, but.
yes, and.
Yes, and.
We love to travel.
Yep.
So going back to Worlds is exciting for us because it's another international trip, which we're really excited about. And Jean is an excellent seamstress, sewist. Yeah, she actually remade our national hoodies,
Oh,
our
awesome.
national T-shirts into these hoodies.
Yeah.
So
That's
What?
really cool. Oh, that's amazing. So
Whoa, that's
for
impressive.
those of
That's
you at
cool.
home, do you mind just, you probably
around?
saw it on the,
We can turn
when they were puzzling, but they actually took their nationals shirts and Jean made them into hoodies. How awesome is that?
It's my favorite thing to do. It's just fun sewing projects.
You might get
Wow.
some commissions out of this. So that's really awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank
number
you.
one, and good luck. Are y'all participating in the teams?
we are, yes, we're teamed up with Becca and Sarah.
Another
Oh.
powerhouse team to watch,
Yep.
y'all. So we have Jessa and Min and Suzanne and Andrea,
Yep.
and then Kathy and Jean and Sarah and Becca. So that is going to be so exciting to watch coming up a little bit later after this event. That'll be the team finals. And what do y'all think? What do y'all make of having to do a 300-piece puzzle with 4 people?
I think it's going to be actually highly entertaining.
Yeah, I'm looking
and
into it. It'll be fun.
I'm wondering if it'll actually be slower than we expect because everybody is, it's such a small, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I don't think anybody's ever tried it that I know of.
I've never tried it. I'm kind of looking forward to the unknown of
Yeah.
it. Who knows what'll happen?
That's awesome. No, walk us through what happened with the last corner piece. Was it?
It's AWOL. Like, I have no idea where that thing is. Maybe it was in the bag still when they pulled them, but
I did have to pull out another
Oh, we just had
another
the team
piece out of my
finish.
bag, so I think I may have missed one in the bag.
Oh.
That's possible.
So what's really interesting is Rock Solid, Jessa and Min, who finished first yesterday, they were missing a piece, and it was found under a table, and they actually had like an extra piece that had flown into their table. It was like a whole like
It happens.
it happens, yeah.
So you just never know with those pieces.
This carpet's designed to hide pieces.
Yeah.
I think next time we
Yeah.
need like a white floor or something.
Yeah. And when I picked up the puzzle to look underneath it, the side collapsed.
I saw.
I picked it up very
Oh, that's what
badly.
I thought you were just doing a puzzle lift in celebration. It was the
No, I was
flex.
trying
Like,
to. No piece, but oh well.
that's
It
funny.
makes for a memorable end to that
Yes.
round for us.
No, it was great. Well, thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
And
Thank
good luck
you.
in the team event and
Thanks.
tomorrow.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Congrats.
Thanks, everybody.
Again,
Back-
that was the Reuter sisters, and they came in second in today's heat. We'll see them a little bit later in the team finals, and then again tomorrow in both the duo finals and the individual finals. So lots more puzzling for them as well. And while we were talking to them, we actually had our 4th duo finish. That was B&E, Beatrice Inler and Aaron Fisk. Beatrice was second in the individuals preliminaries round 3 right before this. So yeah, there was actually a really good separation there between the first 3 duos that finished, and then B&E coming in here almost 12 and a half minutes after Sarah and Becca.
That's very similar to what we experienced in the first duo finish.
Yeah.
So Heat 1, Rock Solid, they finished 13 minutes before the next team. So there definitely is a separation in the fields.
Yeah, and one thing that's also, here we have Twin Sanity. So,
One thing that I want to touch on that the Rhoda sisters said,
yeah.
they piece sorted too late.
Yes. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
if you think you should be sorting, you're probably too late.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's really funny that Rob said that. You know, he really does talk to a ton of speed puzzling pros. And so he really does get a lot of advice from them. Andrea may have been the one who told him that. You know,
Maybe.
that may have been where he got it from. And that really does seem to be the case. But here we have Twin Sanity's doing great. So there really may be something to that.
It is. They're piece sorting, and
Yeah.
the rest of the pieces are just flying in now. I think they're going to be our next finisher. So cool.
Yeah,
I get
and
so
we-
excited when it comes down to the end.
Yeah.
My palms get sweaty for them.
So we're just over an hour into the competition. We have a little under an hour left, so a little over halfway through, and only have 4 finishers so far. So I think this might be another duos heat where we actually see a decent number of teams that don't finish. So we'll have to see.
Well,
I
that
don't
would
know.
be us too if we
there's-
were out there.
True, very true, Brian. And this puzzle does look incredibly challenging. Although I do see a decent number of duos making good progress, so we might just see quite a few coming in a
Here
little
they
bit
go.
later.
Last few.
And there we
Yeah.
go. Great job, Twin Sanity.
Yes.
So they're coming in 5th.
That's awesome. Congrats to them.
Yeah, great job, ladies.
Aw. That's so sweet.
Yeah,
Yes. Y'all rock. Congrats.
really good job.
One
Probably
piece at a time.
Does help a little bit to have been puzzling together your whole life.
Definitely helps.
Yeah. so
One
these-
piece at a time. Heather Orr and Luann
Lowther.
Lowther. Thank you.
Yep, that would be my guess. Yeah, and I love these team names. So one piece at a time, that's really all you can do, right? Put
Exactly.
in one piece at a time.
Yeah, it looks like they're searching for pieces now. Okay, now.
We're back on the Queen. Let's see here. We're back on Queen of Pieces. We've got Rose and Leah Robbins. Rose came in, I believe it was around 7th or 8th in the last individual heat, so we'll be seeing her in the individual finals. And we actually have now the winners of this duo Heat 2 joining us. We have Andrea and Susanna. Susanna?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been mispronouncing your name. I apologize as someone who gets my name mispronounced all the time.
Don't worry about it. It happens all the time. And I'm not good at correcting people, so a lot of people do. You may have heard somebody else say my name.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry.
So you didn't get a chance to watch because you were busy puzzling, but it was a very exciting finish. The top 3 teams all finishing within 40 seconds of each other.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it was
Yeah.
really, really exciting to watch. Curious what y'all thought when you opened the bag and saw this puzzle.
Well,
And sorry, you have to get really close
Yeah.
to the mic.
I really liked it because I'm familiar with the artist. It's from San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen that puzzle before as an image, but never worked it. So I think it's a beautiful image, but I knew it would be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did y'all have a strategy that y'all had come up together, with together as a duo before you started puzzling?
So my immediate thought was that I'm good with solid colors and I'm otherwise much slower than Andrea. So I was like, yes, I can be useful on this. I can do the blue sky. So that was clearly the strategy.
So you're a solid color specialist.
Yes.
That's great, though. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it
really
wo- it worked
helpful.
out great.
Yeah, I mean, that's really helpful. And so, as you were working through it, once you got done with the solid sky, I noticed you did shape sort.
Yes. That was, I've been saying all weekend long, I think with the pomegranate, they're so, they're just complicated. Like the textures are really different. There's a lot of colors mixed together. And so that, I've said it a lot this weekend, like I think we're going to need to shape sort. I think we need to do an early shape sort. And so I said, I asked her a couple times and finally I just started doing it. I said I have to do it. So, and then I think that probably made the difference.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think y'all actually maybe shape sorted first, or the Reuter sisters, y'all maybe shape sorted around the same time.
Yeah.
But I definitely think it made a
Yeah.
difference.
Could you see progress change compared to the teams that didn't?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. And you can just start to see the pieces go in so much faster too once you do shape sort.
Yeah.
So it takes a little time to do it, I think, but then you can
Yeah.
really see the progress be made much faster after.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, with all of the trees especially, I think it would be really hard to
Yeah.
not to do it without. I don't know.
That's one thing I like about pomegranate, though. Once you shape sort, their pieces are unusual enough that you can. There's a nice variety of the kind of 4 different piece types: the 2 ins, 2 outs, the whatever. So once you have that shape sort down, you really are just looking to like 25% of the piece pile. You're
Yes.
not looking through a whole array of pieces, so it does make it go a lot faster.
Yes, for
So,
sure.
Yeah.
And you all have a powerhouse team going into the team finals.
Oh, that's true. Our teams both came in first.
Yeah. So,
So,
first, going into the teams, have y'all all ever puzzled together as a team?
yesterday we did a puzzle together.
Okay, so it'll be your first time all puzzling together in competition.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's the first time I think that a team final has ever had a 300-piece puzzle. Is that correct?
It's the first one I know of. It's going to be nuts.
Yeah. It's a
Yes.
lot of arms and hands for 300 pieces, right?
Right.
So have y'all talked about a strategy for that? I know you might not want to share in case there's competitors listening, but you're just going to go for it.
Yeah. I have no secrets to my strategy. I love to talk to people about their strategy. So we just have kind of, I think, wanted to get through it was actually our first time competing together also.
Right.
So I think we each wanted to get through our pairs round, and then we'll
Figure it out.
regroup for tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I think it's more going to, I don't know if we're 100% sure which brands or which puzzle tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or later today, I mean.
It's a surprise. It could be one of each.
Probably.
I don't know.
The 1,000-piece should be pomegranate, judging from their bundle advertising, but they have changed some things, so who knows?
Yeah.
I love what you just said, though. It's so indicative of the puzzling community. You said, I don't mind sharing my strategy, and I love talking about it with others, because I do think that really exhibits what the puzzling community is all about. It's about community and talking to others and sharing, and it's not, even though this is competition and you're competing against one another, there is that feeling of really coming together, and it's collaborative at the same time, and it's all lifting each other up, not really tearing each other down or anything like that. Yeah.
So-
Well, thanks very much for
Thank
joining
you.
us, and congratulations.
Thank
and I
you.
know I have a lot more puzzling to do now, so you
Yeah.
have today and then all day tomorrow. So
Time to hit the Starbucks and
Yeah.
then come back refreshed. So,
good luck.
all right. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
All right.
Let's see. We got some team puzzling here, and it looks like they have pieces just sitting in the center. That was a no-no from what some of our pros were saying.
Yeah, Jessa would definitely not like that. But
But everyone has their own strategy.
Everyone has their own strategy, as we were just talking about. And different individuals do different things, different duos together have different ways of puzzling. Now we're looking at the Haynes sisters. So here's another sister duo, Heather and Heidi Haynes. We saw them yesterday in the individual preliminaries, puzzling separately. And they actually, one fun fact about them, so they live in two separate, I think they live 5 states away, and they meet up to puzzle together at puzzle competitions.
Aw, that's
so
awesome.
it's a way that they can see each other, have a trip together, and puzzle together.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, so it's a fun thing that they can do and share together, and it's an excuse to see each other.
Definitely. That's a fun excuse to get together and do something together, bond over the experience of puzzling, and then I'm sure they go off and explore the various cities together. That's really cool.
Yeah. All right. Oh, they're making great progress.
Oh, yeah. I think they might be our next finisher.
Let's check out who we're looking at now. And
they're down to piece sorting, if you can see on their table. So all the pieces in each line up to each individual shape.
yeah, so this is
It's hard to tell with the
yeah, it is
sun
hard
in
to
there.
tell.
Oh, that would be.
I believe it's Manny's Minions, but I'm not sure. It looks like maybe the duo name was switched, but I can't tell. If you look at their shape sorting, though, this is one thing that Rob and I were talking about earlier. So this is, when you're shape sorting, one thing that's super helpful too is like, see how they're the ones that have the 1 out and the 3 in, they're pointing them all in the same direction, or mostly. There's one that's in the opposite, but looks like mostly they're trying to keep them the same way. That's really helpful so that you can, if you're having them all in the same direction, you can see and orient so that you're just picking it up and placing it in, and you can see which way they're, the direction and the shapes of those pieces as you're putting them in.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Seems like someone that's OCD might be really good at shape sorting.
I
and
don't know
puzzling.
why you glanced at me when you said that. I am really confused.
Oh, Guest Squad.
Guest Squad, they're making some good progress too. Yeah, so we might have a few more duos finished today than we did yesterday.
And when this image actually has me reminded of Jeff when we did the Nationals, where he says it's very important for you to stretch your back because you're spending nearly an hour and 10 minutes hunched over. So
Yeah,
makes
so
me want to stretch my back out now just looking at him.
and Brian, like right now the Olympics are going on, and I'm sure a lot of people have been watching the Olympics. Do you consider speed puzzling a sport?
I'd love to see it there. I think it's cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, the people who are watching the live stream couldn't see, but a lot of these, we'll call them athletes, they were stretching before they were warming up because they are having to spend a lot of time leaning over. Your hamstrings can get really tight. I say this from experience. Your hamstrings, your lower back, your neck. So those are all, things that you want to strengthen. I think some of the pros, you do a lot of core exercises to help prevent the lower back pain. So they really do strengthen their core because you can see right here, she's going back and forth and side to side. And so having that core strengthened will take some of that work out of your lower back and out of your, hamstrings and other areas that may not, especially over a long period of time, may start to weaken.
Absolutely. And on the note of it being a sport, we're one step closer with Jonathan from speedpuzzling.com.
Yep.
Shout out to him. He was featured on ESPN The Ocho earlier yesterday morning, and I think there's going to be a replay. ESPN actually is a little punny, and they make fun of themselves a little bit calling it The Ocho, but it really is ESPN2, where one of his events in Ohio, I want to say, earlier this year,
Yep.
was featured on ESPN yesterday. So shout out to Jonathan, and I think that's a win for everyone in the puzzling community.
Yeah, and speaking of speed puzzling, so if you are in speedpuzzling.com, if you're interested, if you're at home watching this and you're wondering how you can maybe get started with speed puzzling and there's not, a local meetup in your area, go to speedpuzzling.com. It's a great way to check out the community, and you can do those events online. So you can actually sign up and get a puzzle mailed to you and then compete via a Zoom online. So that's a great way to maybe get started without maybe having a local event in your area.
Yeah, and as you, oh, yay.
Great job.
Congrats to them. We'll see them pop up shortly. And as you progress through, you can also do the USA JPA national event. And in a month, there's a month and a week, there's
Yep.
Worlds over in Spain. So there's events popping up all over if you want to get more involved.
Yeah, and if you are also, maybe new to puzzling or looking to practice puzzling more as you prepare for some of these events. So if you're wondering what completing the puzzle is,
It's a great way to practice speed puzzling.
it is a great way to practice speed puzzling. We actually have quite a few members right now who have signed up for a new plan that we're offering just to practice for Worlds. So it's pretty exciting. Maybe, Brian, do you want to talk a little bit about what completing the puzzle is for anyone who's joining us and is not familiar with it?
Of course. Well, completing the puzzle was your idea. About 4 years ago, I got you a puzzle of Park City because we couldn't go to Park City to celebrate your birthday. And you remarked, oh, this is such a wonderful puzzle. Why are we going to do it once? So we should just rent this. And so the idea was born. And 3 warehouses later, we're now moved the business from Austin to Dallas. And now we're shipping out of Dallas nationwide. No Hawaii or Alaska, sorry, but we rent Jigsaw puzzles, and it's perfect for speed puzzlers because when you're speed puzzling, you want to do multiple different types of puzzles, and you're going to spend a lot of money buying them or spend a lot of time going to thrift stores. So we ship puzzles directly to your door for you to practice speed puzzling, ship them back, refurbish them, and put them back in inventory and send you some more.
Yep.
If you check out the QR code, we actually have a special for our speed puzzling enthusiast. There's more details in the QR code, the link that it takes you to, and more details about this event. Oh, yay, they just finished. Oh, looks like they're missing one piece. All finished. Oh, congrats.
Yep, just missing one piece.
So
but,
wonderful. Stretch your back out now.
Yep. Congratulations. We have Tickles here.
Tickles. I do want to find out the origin of this team name.
I know. So while we were talking, it looks like Speed to Puzz Control, Diana Jaffe and Anna Marie finished. So they'll be going to the finals. Love these these duo names, and the team names will be super fun in the team finals as well. And then the one that we just saw finish was Guest Squad, Carly Mamone and Lindsay Aponte.
Congrats to them.
Yeah, so we've got 13 spots still up for grabs in those duo finals tomorrow morning. So got just over 40 minutes left.
Looks like Team Tickles is going to finish next. I
don't
love
know.
it. They get a little frantic. Oh, there's another team that we're seeing. We're fortunate to see multiple monitors, and there are a few other teams that are actually almost as close. Oh, this is so fun. I love this. Coming down to the wire.
Yeah, so we have Bonsai here. JD Armstrong and Davey Black. They are a local Portland team. They've been doing a lot of the Portland puzzling events. And they are...
That's awesome. I love seeing little pockets of puzzling popping up. Typically it's Minneapolis, St. Paul area, but now Portland's becoming a mecca. It's really fun.
Here's one piece at a time. They're getting pretty close as well. So
Yeah, there are
quite a
about
few.
4 teams getting really close. This
Yep.
is fun. And there's 7 finished, so all of these will make it.
Yes.
It's just in which order. Competing for bragging rights right now.
yeah. Who can get there first?
Back to Bonsai. Looks
Yeah.
like they have
Oh, and they're making good progress now.
12 pieces left.
Oh. Spoke too soon.
Yeah. So now they're just taking piece by piece and going through and seeing where each one fits. Oh, there we go.
And that's when that shape sorting is so helpful.
All right, looks like Tickles.
It's going to be next to finish. Looks like they have one piece left.
And Tickles. Yay. Oh, congrats, Team Tickles.
Yeah. And
Oh,
Bonsai right
Bonsai,
behind
that was so
them.
close.
Oh, that was what, like 10 seconds apart maybe?
Not even. That was close.
Oh, yeah.
That was really great. Congrats, Bonsai. Those puzzle
Congratulations.
shirts. I love those shirts. That's
JD
cute.
and Davey, great job. Now we
And
have one piece at a time. They're going to, looks like they only have like 6 or 7 pieces left too.
Yep. Down back to that piece sorting.
Yep. So didn't see anyone start with the trees.
No, that is correct. No one chose to start with the trees. So you're saying there's a strategy.
Clearly, that is not the
Oh.
strategy. Oh, and here we have
One
them
piece.
finishing. Great
Nice.
job. One
Congrats.
piece at a time.
They made it. Yay. Congrats to you both.
Heather and Luann, congratulations. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning in the finals. So right now we have our top 10 teams from Heat 2. So
Look at that 6-second difference.
6
you could
seconds.
feel it.
I know. So one piece at a time just made it. They'll be updated shortly. And then we have 10 teams to go to get into the finals here today with just under 40 minutes remaining in this duo preliminaries Heat 2.
And it is a subtle flex that Team TBD, now called No Name, finished first. They were like, we're so good, we don't need a name.
We don't need a name.
And here's a
You know me.
perfect example of the piece sorting.
Yes.
Like you said.
Shape sorting.
It's shape sorting, yes. See, I can't even get the names right. But
You got it.
You said they were lining up the pieces in order and like in the same direction.
Yes.
It's really cool to see.
So that's actually, I love using sorters personally. And it's interesting because I haven't seen any of the duos use sorters. And I think maybe it does slow you down or it's harder when you're using sorters in a competition. I don't know, since I'm not a speed
I don't
puzzler,
know.
just a casual one. But, I use them quite frequently when I'm puzzling at home because we don't have a ton of space. I'm trying not to take up our entire dining table with puzzling. But-
Sorters make it fun for me to jump in, too.
Yeah,
I can just
yeah.
take one color that you pre-sorted for me, and I can just puzzle myself. It's
Yeah,
great.
I agree. It's a good way to get you to puzzle with me. But one thing that I do, and you may have noticed this, is when I'm done with color sorting and I can't really go off of colors anymore, then I start to use the trays for shape sorting. So I'll put all of my 4 ins in one sorter tray and all my 4 outs in another sorter tray and
That's interesting.
do that. That's just something that I use the sorter trays for. I find it incredibly helpful.
That
But-
sounds like very similar to what Jessa was saying, where she was putting pieces in her hand
Yes.
and then kind of hovering over the area in the puzzle she thought they would fit, and she'd just try one at a time. That makes a lot of sense. Probably be easier and less sweaty palms.
I am not by any means recommending my strategy as a way for speed puzzling, since I am a casual puzzler only. I usually have a glass of wine in the other hand, so
Oh, and we have speech language
Puzzologist.
puzzologist. That's awesome. We have to find out what they do for work.
You think?
Possibly.
I think there might be something to do
You're
with
saying there's a chance. And
Okay.
there's piece shape sorting as well. I got to get these terms down.
shape sorting. So speaking of the names, these duo names, so some duo names. We have Living on the Edge Pieces.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah. We have, so a lot of teams or duos will use their name in their team name somehow. So we've got Anita Prume and Juliet Prume. They are Elephant and the Prume.
That's very funny.
We saw them finish earlier, the Peace Seekers. I love that one.
Puzzle puns are
Yeah.
the best puns.
Yeah, really. I think there actually was a team also named this in Heat 1, The Jig Is Up. We have Permission to Puzzle. You don't need permission to puzzle. You can puzzle all the time. Who needs permission to puzzle? Oh, and here we are. We're looking at Living on the Edge Pieces. Do you think they sing the song while they're puzzling?
In their head, I
Yeah.
think they do, yeah.
Just over and over on repeat?
Yes.
Yeah, that helps them puzzle a little bit. Bon Jovi, right?
You know
we're
better
the
than
worst
I
at
do.
music. Sorry to everyone out there who's just making fun of us right now on the live stream for not knowing that really obvious music reference.
Oh, there they go. It's so satisfying watching them snap that piece in. Having done it, just feel, you can almost visualize and feel it. They're so satisfying. Feels so good for them.
Let's see, we have Peace, Peace, Peace by Sabrina Carpenter. And we have Puzzle 911.
Oh. I think your team name would be Peace, Peace, Baby. Play off of Vanilla Ice.
I think it would be Complete the Puzzle.
That's too easy.
I mean, because that's what you're trying to do in a competition, right? You want to complete the puzzle?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
You are correct.
Was that too cheesy?
That was very cheesy. That's why I was trying to go off your favorite song in karaoke.
I mean, which is also pretty cheesy.
This is interesting here. So watching the two sets of hands going after each piece, you can only imagine what it's going to be like tomorrow, or no, later today when they're doing the 300-piece quads teams.
Yep. And this is a 500-piece puzzle.
Yes.
Yes.
So 300 probably a little smaller in dimensions maybe, and having 4 sets of hands trying to put in the last piece. I'm actually really excited for that.
Do you think we'll see any teams who just elect, based on whatever the puzzle image is, their 2 strongest puzzlers for that type of puzzle to work on it versus having all 4 work on it?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm just like thinking of different strategies that these teams could do for 300.
I like how Jessa and Min did it yesterday, where Min was feeding pieces.
Yeah, or something like that, where
I think
they're
that
sorting
might-
and feeding while 2 people are actually puzzling.
If I had to bet, I think that'd be the strategy that I would think might be the best. And
So
we
it
have
looks
quite a
like
few
where's
teams
this is
finishing.
where's our B&E, believe. It's a little hard.
Oh.
And we just had a finish by Living on the Edge pieces. Great job.
Yay.
They can rock out to the song now.
And I don't know if you all listening live can hear, but when they finish, they smack the table, so we jump quickly.
Yeah,
see what
apparently
happens.
that is a something that the Portland puzzling community does at their puzzling competitions.
Oh, they smack the table?
They smack the table pretty hard. So
Well, they do a
if you
good job
see
of
us jump,
smacking.
then that's probably why.
I jumped.
So
Nice.
Where's our B&E? This is Larissa Bay and Mary Powell. They're going to be on a team with.
Congrats.
They're going to be on a team with Erin Fisk and Beatrice Elder, I believe, who competed earlier and came in 4th in the duos. So
Awesome.
we'll see them in the teams in just a little while. And we'll also see them tomorrow on Sunday in the finals. We have 8 spots left up for grabs in the finals.
That was
So-
such a fun shot to see, the overhead shot, watching them pick each individual piece and then trying to place it. Oh, here we go.
We have almost another finish right here with
This-
the mother-daughter duo.
Yes.
It's Leah and Rose Robbins,
Go, go.
Queen of Pieces. They're going to snag a spot in the finals. Rose is already in the individual finals tomorrow, and looks like we'll be seeing them in the duo finals as well.
Yay. Oh. Oh, it was so close.
Great job.
Nice. Oh, so fun.
Great job.
Congratulations. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have just over 30 minutes left and 7 spots left in the finals, and not even half of the teams have finished yet. So we'll see how many get to complete the puzzle.
Nah.
Yeah, I love this overhead view.
I think it's time for them to do a little piece sorting. Like Andrea says, you shape sort too late. All right, and that was Queen of Pieces. Finished a minute 14 behind Where's Our B&E. What does Where's Our B&E stand for? Is that their...
I think it's their other 2 team members who they're going to be competing with.
Oh, that's
Because
sweet.
their team name, the duo name was B&E.
Oh, I see. And they got
See, they're in
4th.
fourth.
Oh, it makes a lot of sense. Thank you for pointing that
You're
out.
welcome. Yeah.
Like you were saying before, the puzzling community is just so sweet. Everyone's welcoming. I think that's one of the things that attracted us to getting involved in speed puzzling is neither you or myself are speed puzzlers.
No.
But it's just so fun being around everyone. You can still very much enjoy these competitions without actually competing. And so if you actually are watching live and you're in Portland, feel free to come down, pop in and check out all the fun. We're at the Avenue in Portland.
Yeah, and I mean, the puzzling community is just so great and
Yeah.
so welcoming. And I think it really defies so many of the stereotypes that people have about who a puzzler is. I think a lot of people think it's, our grandma.
Correct.
And yes, there's elderly women who like to puzzle. There's also children who like to puzzle, like Jessa's daughter, who's 9, or 19-year-old Rose, who is going to be in the finals in the duo as an individual tomorrow.
Yes.
So I think that it's really all ages, it's all backgrounds, it's all genders, it's everyone who likes to puzzle, and they're all welcomed in the community. And so if you like to puzzle, start puzzling. And I think these events are so fun, such a fun way to meet other people who enjoy this hobby. And the energy in one of these events live, if you're watching on the live stream and you've never been to one of the events live and you can make it to one in the future, I highly recommend it because it is just so fun in person.
Absolutely. And I will say I was interested to see how it was going to do with the music. And the music's really cool. I like it. It makes it it's upbeat. Yay.
And that was just speech language puzzologists who finished. So they're going to be making it to the duo finals as well.
Congrats
So
to them.
Congratulations.
That's so fun.
Yeah. So that's Ashley Loining and Kara Hayden. Kara's from Massachusetts.
Oh, nice. Whoa.
Yeah. So
That was a far trip.
yeah. So we really do have people from all over who have
I did that
joined
trip
us here
this
in
morning.
Portland. Yeah. I mean,
East to west.
yeah. You came all the way from the East Coast just today.
Team LSA. Is that correct? Looking that up.
So that's Alessandro Leonello and Laura Carlesso.
Awesome. And they're doing the shape sorting.
And Laura's from Italy, but moved to Portland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So she's here
Probably just for the
locally now.
puzzling
Yeah,
scene.
just for the puzzling scene. That's
think
why
so.
she relocated here.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yep. And it's really interesting. So, one thing that is really great, I think, is as more puzzling has been promoted on YouTube, on Instagram, online, the more people have begun puzzling, and it really has helped build the community. And I have seen quite a few people, there's a number of people who say that they started puzzling with their mom or grandma as a child. There are also quite a few people who name that they started puzzling after seeing Karen Puzzles. And started watching Karen Puzzles, and specifically, watching how quickly she puzzled, that got them interested in wanting to do speed puzzling competitions to see how quickly they could actually puzzle.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I think, it's really been wonderful to see the growth in the interest in puzzling and speed puzzling. We're looking at assembly required. Why? Yes,
I love that name.
there is assembly required in
Yes.
the puzzle.
Yes.
And this is Catherine Green and Elizabeth Malota. They're making some good progress. We'll see how many spots we have left just here in a minute. I think we probably have about 5 left, maybe 6. So it looks like they'll probably make it in as well.
And this team
And
here.
Catherine's come up from the East Coast as well, North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we have quite a few people who have traveled coast to coast to make
Yeah.
it here.
And that's a 4-hour flight.
Yeah.
Which I did this morning.
Yeah, so traveled quite far. Glad to have them with us here in Portland.
Yeah.
So I said what my team name would be, what would your team name be to put you on the spot?
I'm actually pretty partial to assembly required. I think that's really cute.
Yeah. And we just had Team Slay finish.
Team Slay.
Great job.
And look at those shirts, the Portland Jigsaw Master shirts. They came out so cool.
Yeah, really lovely. I mean, the logo, everything great. Pomegranate's design team actually helped, did all of this. So Pomegranate Puzzles and Portland Puzzles teamed up to create this event. And Pomegranate's design team, I think, just really knocked it out of the park with the design for the event. Really great job there.
Oh, they found the missing piece. That's so cool.
Great job.
Awesome.
Elephant in the Proom. So that is Elephant in the Proom. They just completed. Really
so
great job
sweet.
there. Anita and Juliet Proom.
Mother-daughter team. And it is so fun, the family aspect. Like,
Yeah.
it brings people together.
Yeah, for sure. So much fun.
Back to this duo. Yeah, watching them just pick pieces. That's so fun. But assembly required would be my team name.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna
Yeah,
borrow
that was
from
Assembly Required was Elizabeth Malota and Catherine Green. I think I mentioned that earlier.
I would actually say some assembly required, which
Oh.
is some of the marketing words that we put on this new box. Yeah, so this box is part of our new 4 puzzle plan. So customers get 4 puzzles inside here to rent, and came up with some fun words and some assembly required. I think would be my team name. This is really fun. Yeah, so this packaging is super cool, and for those wanting to save space, which is one of the reasons we started the business, is the package actually folds flat. So as you're puzzling, if you want to put this away, you can fold it up and put it on your bookshelf or wherever you want, and it just kind of hides away. It also saves space in our warehouse, which is pretty cool. And team cannot see, but they're very close to finishing. They're at the very end, just poking the last few pieces in. One of the things that I do love about puzzling is everyone has their own names and words for each little piece. So knobs,
Yep.
innies, outies.
Innies, outies, yep.
It's like, what do you call them?
Call them different things. Just hope if you're in a duo or a team, you call them the same thing. So if you're like, pass me the...
Pass me the 2 knobs. The little man.
Great
Oh,
job.
congrats. Yay.
That's Puzzle 911.
And immediately they go crumple up the puzzle.
It's Puzzle 911, Marsha Pendleton and Shannon Gray.
Awesome.
job to
Congrats
both
to them.
of you.
Back to LSA. Yeah, they're down to the wire now. Expecting to see them finish within the time limit.
And it looks like we may only have like 1 or maybe 2 spots left for the duo finals. We're coming up on 22 minutes left.
Elephant in the Proom.
I think there's a few more that need to be input. Andrew is doing a fantastic job of getting all these times updated. So Puzzle 911 came in number 17. So yeah, there's 3 spots left to make it to the duo finals tomorrow. So one thing that's really interesting, Brian, if you look at the PPM, so this is something new that I learned. Do you know what PPM stands for?
I'm guessing puzzle pieces per minute.
You are correct. So that means piece per minute. And one of the things that I learned from Rob, because he is the knower of all things speed puzzling, is that if you look at the piece per minute for the pairs, and if it's significantly lower than what the individuals, then that kind of shows you the efficiency of the puzzlers as a team
that's so interesting.
versus as an individual, which is really, really interesting to see. So you actually will see, usually you actually do see lower pieces per minute on the, and you also see it different for different piece count, or piece counts if it's a higher piece count puzzle, etc. So it's just really interesting to look at that and see
That's
how.
so interesting.
Yeah.
So you're speaking my language. I actually rewatched Moneyball for the 50th time on my flight over, and so Rob's taking Moneyball aspects and he's applying math to figure out who the best team members are and whether or not they jive together. That's so interesting. I like that.
Now we're looking at Manny's Minions. Looks like they could be getting a spot in the finals.
Yeah. How many teams left do we have to finish? 3 more. Awesome. It might come down to the wire for the ones that are going to make it, because there are a few that are pretty neck and neck.
And we're looking at Piece, Piece, Piece by Sabrina Carpenter now. And let's see, Jordan Yerzy and Luz Caro. Looks like they could potentially secure a spot in the finals as well. Just under 20 minutes left in this duo preliminaries heat 2.
No, they're puzzling the same. They're solving the same little pieces there. That is going to be interesting with 4 people on that 300-piece puzzle. I just keep coming back to that. I'm pretty excited to see
you
it.
You could see them. They're getting down to the end, and their hands are starting to shake. You know, it's hard to place the pieces when your hands aren't cooperating, your fingers aren't cooperating anymore.
And the longer it takes, the more you're up there standing, the more exhausted you're getting. So, yeah, these teams are have been puzzling for almost an hour longer than TBD, the Royer sisters.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're getting a lot more tired. So it's interesting, you know, talking to some of these top puzzlers too, they actually have exercises that they do to practice, like flipping the pieces, being faster to place the pieces. What do you think about that?
I think it's awesome. It makes sense. Playing basketball growing up, you'd always walk around with a basketball, throw it in your hands, spin it on your finger. You're just trying to get more familiar and more comfortable holding the basketball. They want to do the same thing with puzzle pieces, and totally makes sense. Yes, and here we go. Yeah,
there we go. Great
so
job.
Fun. He earned his wings in puzzling today. I wonder if he works for Delta. Shout out to Delta for bringing me to you today.
Yes. Thank you for getting Brian here safely, Delta.
Oh, another team.
And Manny's Minions also making it. Great job.
Congrats to them.
And I think that leaves just one final
One team.
spot to get into the finals tomorrow. So we'll see. It looks like it could be LSA.
Oh, this is so exciting.
I don't know if there's, looking around the floor, if there's anyone else who's close. I think LSA is probably going to secure that last spot in the duo finals tomorrow morning. And they only have
they're
a
coming
few
down
pieces
to it.
left.
It's going to
There
be
they go.
them.
They got it.
LSA.
They got that
Yay.
last spot. Congratulations. From Italy to Portland to the duo finals of the Portland Jigsaw Masters.
That's so awesome. It's so fun. Going back to what we were saying about puzzling just being fun. So the rest of the teams aren't going to make it into the finals, unfortunately, but they're still enjoying puzzling. I think that goes back to just like the joy and love that everyone has for this new sport. And it's just fun to see people still competing and still solving the puzzle, even though they won't make it to the finals. It's just fun.
Yeah, and so it's actually really important at this point. I mean, I guess important is relative. I know I have a really hard time walking away from any puzzle that's not completed. But also just for bragging rights and where you finish at the end. So once there's 16 minutes left. Once the competition, the clock runs out, they will add up all the remaining pieces that are not in clusters of 3. So at this point, a good strategy might be for one of the duo to start working on trying to cluster some of those remaining pieces and the other work on placing. Because that way, if there's clusters of 3 or more, those wouldn't be counted. And then that way, however many pieces are left, that's going to place them after that timer, after the clock stops.
Yeah.
And that'll be where they're placed. So you really want to start clustering you want to work to have as few pieces left that are counted individually so that you can have as high of a spot as possible. And obviously it doesn't count now to be moved on to the finals, but that's actually going to be important to see in the finals tomorrow.
Yes.
And we'll see. I mean, all the finals teams may be so fast that they all complete and it'll only matter on time, but should be an exciting one to watch tomorrow. I mean, we saw those top 3 teams all
Okay,
finishing
guys.
within 40 seconds of each other.
15 minutes to go. 15 minutes to go.
And we are at the official 15-minute mark.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how fast it goes watching people puzzle?
Oh, it flies. It's so cool.
I mean, I can't believe we've been talking to you and watching people puzzle for an hour and 45 minutes.
It's so much fun. Thank you for bringing up the point about the remaining pieces and connecting 3 of them. It makes a lot of sense. I saw on a few of the tables there were just 2 pieces connected. Those teams are going to want to try to find that missing piece to the 2 pieces and connect those up. That actually might help out a lot in the teams.
Yeah.
If they're not able to finish, that if they can just break apart and color sort or divide up the pieces and just put sections of them together, that actually might be a strategy that will come into play later. We'll see.
Okay, and back to the duo heat 2 preliminary. We have assembly required. It looks like they have an opportunity to complete. They have 14 minutes left and maybe about 14 pieces left, so we'll see.
A piece a minute? Well,
piece
that
a
would
minute?
be a ppm of 1.
You're learning fast learner, Brian.
I try, thank you.
You're doing great. And
Oh, another team wrapping
looks
up.
like we have a sub in here on Rutabaga. There's Sarah Ross and
Rachel Ross?
Rachel or Rochelle Ross.
Yeah, apologies if we butchered it, but it looks like
maybe it was a typo.
it looks like a
it's
typo.
Sarah and Rochelle Ross. So maybe family members, siblings, or couldn't quite tell, but so great job. Looks like they have an opportunity to complete their puzzle as well.
No, that's awesome.
And it's really fun here in the room. Lots of people filling in, preparing for the team finals event, which will be starting at, let me get my cheat sheet back real quick, 2:55 Pacific time, so coming up real soon. So yeah, the energy in this room is getting real high as people are coming in and getting ready for that team finals, and also helping cheer on some of these remaining duos that are still puzzling.
And y'all can't see on the live stream, but looking out, more and more people are just pouring into this room. There's quite a lot of spectators. It's pretty fun to see.
Yeah, it's really fun. Also, shout out to all the volunteers. You see them walking around in the yellow vests, and they're the ones responsible for getting the official times. And we couldn't do this without them. So thank you to all these volunteers who are putting in their time to make this happen and to help make this puzzling community happen. It's really great. So thank you.
Yes, thank you all.
Oh, look, assembly required. They're going to do it. Just a few pieces left. Great job, Catherine and Elizabeth.
You could say the volunteers are the missing pieces to the puzzle. Yay.
Great
Congrats
job.
to Assembly Required. Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Oh. They slammed that table. They must be from Portland.
They slammed it. And we have just about 11 minutes to go here in this duo preliminaries heat 2. We have already established the duo finals lineup, so there's no spots remaining. But now it's just about completing that puzzle in the remaining time. We have the Jiggas up here, Chris and Shauna Robbins.
That's a fun, punny team
Yeah.
name. I like that one.
Yeah, the names are great.
Yep.
So much fun puzzle puns.
Team Rutabaga? Is that
Team-
am I saying that correctly?
Yep, Rutabaga.
Looks like they're going
about
to finish.
Yeah.
They have about 6 pieces in 10 minutes. They need a ppm
I don't know. You're the
Of
math
one?
whiz.
I'm not going to do public math.
It's like what, 1.3
No public math today.
or less than that? It's less than that.
It's so fun.
The,
Here they go.
Yeah, no, this is great to watch. Great to watch all these puzzlers be able to
Finally
come
complete
here.
the puzzles.
Yeah, and come here and just have fun. You can see the smiles on
Oh,
their
there they
faces.
go. Yeah. That's what
fun.
makes it
Oh,
so
yeah, I
fun.
think they're
When you
sisters.
look up and they're
Oh,
just cheering together.
so
Oh, it's
great.
so cool.
Yeah. And you see all the
Oh,
puzzling
this is so cool.
accessories. They have their earrings. By the way, I want to give a shout out. I'm wearing my puzzle necklace that one of our amazing members sent me.
Yes.
Oh, Perfect Strangers just finished, Michaela and Taylor.
It looks like they have an extra piece.
But I just want to give a shout out to Jeannie, one of our Completing the Puzzle members. She sent this lovely, lovely puzzle
It's so
piece
awesome.
necklace. Such a sweet gift, and just want to say thank you to Jeannie and a big shout out to her. If you're watching, thank you. Really, really sweet. We have just the best puzzle community, best members. We get the
Absolutely.
sweetest notes. It's awesome.
That's what gets me excited about doing it and showing up to this event. Like, we're not speed puzzler pros, but it's just fun being around people, and
Yeah.
everyone's just so sweet. I started off as a shoebox and then moved to a 2 shoe boxes, and now it's a 2 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot box, and it's just full of notes from customers that are just, it's the sweetest. It's fun to hear how the subscription has impacted so many lives. It just keeps us going. That's really my motivation for completing the puzzle and sponsoring events like
Yeah,
this.
and like being able to give back to the puzzle community, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. All right, so 22 teams have finished, and just over 8 minutes to go. We have the Haynes sisters here. Haynes sisters, even if they don't get to complete the puzzle today, they did get to see each other and hang out and have their sister weekend, which was, I think, the whole point of it. So
That's, yeah, it's so cool.
so sweet. Love that. I might have to get my sister to try speed puzzling with me one day. What do you think?
I think she'd be great. She's very OCD, so I think she would.
She'll be the shape sorter.
She would definitely be the shape sorter.
Yeah. She'd be she is a great sorter. I love puzzling with her because she does most of the sorting, which is awesome.
And your family always has a puzzle on their dining room table.
Well, it does help that we have a puzzle company and have a steady supply of puzzles for them. But yes, they do always have a puzzle going. My mom and
Details.
sister, they love to puzzle together, and it's really fun.
Yep.
But yes, it is something that they always.
I like her tattoo there. It looked like the play pause, maybe. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Yep, and the nails too.
Yep.
I've seen some fun nails. So we were talking yesterday to the winner of one of the individuals heats, and she had her puzzle piece
Just like you?
nails. Yes, and she
that's
said
so-
she was inspired after seeing my story with the nails.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so I said maybe I have a future as a puzzle nail influencer.
It sounds good.
That's about it. That's the only kind of influencer I would be.
That's
But-
so sweet.
Yeah, it was
That's
really cute. Yeah.
Yeah. That goes back to the community,
I
right?
know.
It's like everyone's just so kind and loving. It's even though everyone's competing, it's everyone's still part of the same team.
Yeah. Oh, and here's another play on name, London Bridges. So the last name Audrey London with Kristen
Oh, that's
Hofflin.
so cool.
Yeah. A little different spelling of London, but I think we all get it.
I think I can get that one.
Yeah, it's great. So I don't know, with just over 6 minutes left, we'll see if we get some of these teams to finish. Sometimes it goes faster at the end and sometimes it doesn't. Really interesting. I do see the team we're looking at, or the duo we're looking at right now, they actually completed those trees, which most of the other duos saved for last. So you can see that they actually had already done them, and they're now working on mostly the green area. So we'll see if that actually makes them go faster now that they're towards that and they're able to complete this last part in the 5.5 minutes that we have left. or if that proved to be not the right strategy.
Yeah, we'll
But it's
see.
definitely an outlier compared to almost every other duo we've watched saving those trees for last.
Yep. No, agreed. That saving the trees for last definitely seems to be the strategy. I think in most of the events, everyone tends to save the more difficult parts for last, because that way you can get any sort of pieces that may potentially fit in that difficult area out of the way, and makes that difficult area a little less difficult. Yeah. Oh,
And
back to
here's
Rob.
my fearless commentator partner when you're not up here with me.
Yes.
Rob Shields, and he is part of Flippin' Pieces 2. Flippin' Pieces 1, the other half of their team actually competed yesterday as Flippin' Pieces 1 as a duo, and they'll be competing in the team event as a full Flippin' Pieces team coming up next. He is paired up with Melissa, who is going to be part of their team as well.
Yep.
And, as you can see here, they're probably not going to finish, but he just loves puzzling. He loves being part of the community, and he's done so much for the community.
Big shout out to Rob.
Yeah, a huge shout out to Rob. He actually is responsible for the leaderboards and the scoreboards that we see. He put all those together as well. So he contributes a lot of his own time to helping, the community and the puzzle community. So big shout out to him.
Yep. And his podcast, Peace Talks. Give it a listen. Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast.
Peace Talks. You can
Yes.
see it on the back of his shirt right there.
Okay, everybody, we got a little bit more than 3 minutes to go. So try to get those last 3 interlocking pieces together, and then we're going to come by and do a piece count. So, all right, we'll see you in a bit.
So no pressure to these puzzlers, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I just got goosebumps when he said that, and I'm not even puzzling.
Down to the wire. 3-ish minutes left, so
Yeah, so as a reminder, one thing that you may have heard Lane say was get those 3 pieces together. So at the end, when they call time, they will count the remaining pieces, and that's how they'll define the order of the remaining teams. Any pieces that are in clusters of 3 or more will be discarded, so they will not count. So they'll only count the individual pieces. So this would be a great time if you start to spot pieces that look like they go together. Just put them together in groups of 3 and leave everything else.
can you pass me the box real quick?
Yeah.
We got a, again, shout out to Pomegranate for providing this wonderful image. You can see this. It's so wonderful. This
Get
really,
closer to the
thanks so much to Pomegranate for this. I'm so excited about the puzzle. I'm not even talking in the microphone. So here's this puzzle again. For those that want to check it out, go to pomegranatepuzzles.com.
No, pomegranate.com.
Pomegranate.com.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
And I'm sure you can get it there, along with a lot of their other lovely puzzles.
Yep. And as Lane mentioned earlier too, if you want to try all of the puzzles that are being puzzled over the course of this weekend, you can get a bundle of all 10. It'll be a combination of pomegranate and Portland puzzles, and you can get those at portlandpuzzles.com and check those out. And then you can check out your times if you want to check out your time of completing those puzzles against the times of the leaders here.
The pros.
You can look it up at portlandjigsawmasters.com and check out how you did compared to a lot of the pros here at the event. So super fun way to check out how you puzzled compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
And just as a reminder, we will be bringing you the team finals coming up at 2:55 Pacific time. So that'll be super exciting. We have some powerhouse teams, 2 teams that are just, 4 powerhouses pulled together each. It'll be super fun to watch, and also really interesting as we've been talking throughout this whole event of seeing. Oh, we got that one more in there. Completed.
Right
That's
before
so
the
fun.
end. Oh, that's so
the
cool.
Haynes sisters, they did it.
Yay.
They did it. Great job, ladies.
That's so wonderful.
And then just a reminder, tomorrow we will be bringing you the duo finals and the individual finals. So we'll be kicking that off at 9:15 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow morning with those duo finals. And then the individual finals will start at 11:55 a.m. Pacific time. So you definitely won't want to miss that. Those duo finals, I mean, my gosh, if today's heat was any indicator, those duo finals are going to be crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so we have about 20 seconds left to go. Quite a few teams remaining.
Okay, guys, we're going to get ready for the countdown here. So we'll put hands up when we get to the countdown. So we're down to 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. All right. Woo! Congratulations.
Thanks so much for joining us. This was the Portland Jigsaw Masters Duo Preliminaries Heat 2. And you can catch us back here in about half an hour, 2:55 Pacific time for those team finals. I'm Elenia, and this is
Brian.
And happy puzzling.
Happy puzzling.